A great and historical celebration held at the Bridge Multicultural Advocacy Project MCP in honor of Black History Month. The event was sponsored by Council Member Farah and Louis, the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York, and Simon Wiesenthal Center, making a change with kindness in the Bridge MCP. Honored to have a beautiful event with the diverse leaders including Borough President Antonio Reynoso, Howard Pollack, Bill Tingling, Adia Shahnaz, Mark Traeger, Michael Cohen, Dorinda Bagwell, Anessa Ali, Dr. Mona Lisa Ferrari, Boris Noble, Levi E. Leifer, Rabbi Shlomo Siegel, the Bridge dear friends Margaret Tropnes and Carol Delia Elias who blessed the event. Please watch a special report covered by Weekly Dunya International and Global TV USA.
Celebrity and a goodwill ambassador for peace, unity, and love.
Absolutely.
And Shine came all the way from Belize to be back in Brooklyn.
2 weeks from elections.
2 weeks from election day,
so
we'll talk about that soon.
Hopefully, be the next prime minister.
Next prime minister of Belize, and he'll bring Belize's close to 1 million residents live in Belize.
That's right.
It's a beautiful country,
Stronger
diverse
ties
country.
With Israel, stronger ties with New York and the United States.
And we're so excited that you're here in Brooklyn.
We want
to
to build a
celebrate.
multicultural center in Belize.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's so exciting for you to be here. Thank you very much.
Yes.
2 weeks before the election, and you took the time out to travel to New York.
I am honored to be back at a wonderful organization run by an extraordinary individual who has really committed his life and his career to bringing people together. It's very fitting that his organization is led by the word bridge, because my entire time knowing the extraordinary Mark Appel has been about bringing diverse communities together, focusing on the commonalities that really unite people. And when there are so many forces in this world that look to divide and focus on differences, Mark dedicates his time and energy to bring folks together, meet the needs of people, help people. There are things that he does that government just cannot. And that's why we need this government and community partnership that Mark and this wonderful program does so well.
So it's exciting to be here with Mark Traeger, the CEO of the Jewish Community Relations Council. Today is about Black History Month. And Black History, in order to understand unity, the work that the JCRC, the work here at the Bridge, is for us to understand and collaborate with various different cultures. If you know the history about Jews, if you know the history about Christians, if you know the history about other cultures, then you can appreciate life and work together and serve in unity. So I'm so honored that JCRC is one of the sponsors of the event today. Thank you so much, and looking forward to many, 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 many more events.
My name is Abu Nasir Khaliquzzaman. I'm originally from Bangladesh. We want to make a relationship with the Jewish people, Christian people, Muslim people.
Exciting to be here with Michael Cohen, who's the founder of the Simon Wiesenthal Center in Manhattan. They do incredible work for diversity, and they're a sponsor of this event, Black History Month. And you've been working with diversified populations for many, many years, probably more than I did, and I'm older than you, right? So tell us, what do you think about celebrating Black history with a diverse community, with the Jewish community, with the Black community, with all communities together?
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much for everything you do. It's so critical for our next generation and our next generations to understand the long and storied history of the Black and Jewish communities working together, whether during the Civil Rights Movement, whether during helping each other to fight anti-Semitism and racism together. That history goes back 150 years. And it is so important to do events like this, to bring our communities together, to show our next generation that spirit is alive and well, and we need it now in these challenging times more than ever.
Black History Month is so important because it represents the history, the culture, the beauty, the cuisine, the food, the contributions that Black Americans made into the American history. 125 years ago, a gentleman by the name of Harold Richard created the Black African theme and national anthem. So we're going to have that on the screen, but please rise now as Christine will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the rampant we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? We belong beneath our liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas.
The faith in the dark has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the presence has brought.
Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Shadow beneath thy hand, and we forever stand true to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, the bridge. Thank you, JCRC. Thank you, our esteemed council member, Farrah Lewis, and all those that are here. Shine Barrows, we are grateful to have you in our community today. My name is Pastor Louis Straker Jr. I am the lead pastor of Reflections Church. I am also the chairman of the board of directors for the 67th Precinct Clergy Council, the God Squad. And it is good to be with you all here today as we are on the final day of Black History Month. And so we are a proud people, and it is an honor to stand here today and recognize the accomplishments of our ancestors. You've often heard it said that we are our ancestors' wildest dreams. And so we are here pressing through the storms and the rain. We are people that have come through many trials and many tribulations, but we're still standing. And so I continue to encourage us, especially in this political climate and the season that we're in. There's a lot of challenges that are coming our way, but we are a resilient people. And we're grateful not only of our resilience, but the people who have stood with us. The Jewish community that stood with us through the civil rights, and all of the communities that have stood with us and said it's not just a black issue. Civil rights is a human issue. And so today we are standing together for what is right, what is true, what is just. And so I speak blessings over our assembly here today. I speak blessings over each and every one of us who has the good conscience and the good will to do what is right by humanity. May we always stand together. May we always strive together. And because we will do that, we will win together. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's my pleasure. Give her a nice hand, Councilwoman Farrah Lewis.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Councilmember Farrah Lewis, representing Council District 45. And it's truly an honor for me to welcome you all to a special gathering Today, as we recognize Honorable Dr. Moses Shine Barrow, Opposition Leader of Belize House of Representatives. Honorable Dr. Barrow, a son of Brooklyn, a global leader, and a living testament to the power of perseverance and transformation. We are here bright and early today for a unique opportunity to come together across cultures and communities to celebrate the resilience and strength, the bonds that unite us here at the Bridge Multicultural Project. Honorable Dr. Barrow's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Born and raised right here in Flatbush, he achieved global fame as a hip-hop artist in the 90s. And I'll let him tell the rest of his story. Yet, in the face of injustice, he never lost hope. Instead, he used his time to reflect, grow, and find new purpose, ultimately converting to Judaism and embracing a life of faith and leadership. Today, he stands poised, running for re-election and future endeavors to become the next Prime Minister of Belize. This is proof that no matter the challenges we face, we can persevere, rise, and redefine our futures. Shine's story is also one of bridge building. His ability to connect cultures, communities, and faiths is exactly what we need in times like these. As a man who once stood at the pinnacle of the music industry and now stands as a global leader on a global stage, as a political leader, he embodies the power of redemption, resilience, and unity. His journey reminds us that we must hold on to our values and commitment to our communities. For this, we honor him today. We honor his leadership and his vision for a better future. I would be remiss if I did not thank the incredible partners that made this event possible. Mark Appel from the Multicultural Bridge Project for opening their space and being a continual cultural and community partner for Council District 45. Mark Traeger and the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York for their tireless efforts to connect our communities and sponsor initiatives across the state. Michael Cohen and the Simon Wiesenthal Center for their efforts in promoting equity and tolerance while combating hate and anti-Semitism far too prevalent in our current day, as well as the many faith and community leaders who have joined us this morning to celebrate this monumental figure. I also want to thank Pastor Strager for coming today. I appreciate you. I also see Pastor Heston, who has Purpose Life Center right across, okay, there you go. And actually does missionary work in Belize. So I want to thank you for being here today as well. Thank you, Honorable Dr. Moses Shine Barrow, for taking the time to be with us today. We are proud to welcome you home. We are proud to support you in your current and future endeavors, and I want to remind everyone today that you can donate to the U.S. Friends of Belize and support efforts in Belize. Thank you so much. So with that.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Such a pleasure to be here. Protocol having been established, I'd still like to acknowledge the debonair, sophisticated, hardworking Councilman Farrell Lewis, sponsors Mark Traeger, Michael Cohen, Mark Appel, Pastor Strager. So it's Traeger and Strager. Pastor Strager does work in police, and all you wonderful people here in attendance. I was here maybe a few years ago. My good friend and sister, Chloe Natasha, had her event honoring different people in the community, so it's good to be back. I wasn't born in Brooklyn, I was born in Belize. Put that on the record because the Belizeans will crucify me if anything with this blasphemous statement. But I did grow up in Brooklyn, not far from here, Flatbush, and Newkirk, Little Hades. Little Hades now, back then we used to call it New Crack because of the crack cocaine epidemic that plagued our inner cities. So on my way here, I take the train everywhere I go because traffic is a nightmare. And taking the train gives me such nostalgic experience where I can relive my childhood memories. And so I took the train and I got off at Little Haiti and walked over to Flatbush, where I spent most of my time before I hopped in a cab here. So it really, really is a pleasure to be here with you on this last day of what I call African American History Month. And I pray that we get to the point where, we're all one America and one human society. I hate divisions, but I do appreciate the history of Africans in America and how atrocious it has been. But as the pastor said, the wildest dreams that Martin Luther King had and many Jewish leaders that worked with African American civil rights leaders to bring about the America that you see today, that while not perfect, it is a lifetime from where we were many decades ago with Jim Crow and all of the racism and discrimination that we faced. Which brings to my life, I think I'm the epitome of the bridge. KRS-One had a song called The Bridge back in '87 for you hip-hop people. That's not what he was talking about when he said the bridge, but I pride myself on bringing people together. I pride myself on being a humanitarian. Before I am African, before I am a Hebrew, before I'm a Parisian, before I'm a Caribbean, I'm a human being.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Antonio Reynoso, and I'm the president of the greatest borough in the city of New York, which is Brooklyn. There's a great poet that graced the great land of Brooklyn by the name of Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., who says, "Spread love is the Brooklyn way." And that's deeply important. It doesn't matter where you come from. You cross the bridge to get here. We love you all the same here in Brooklyn. And I want to thank Councilmember Farrah Lewis for putting this great event together, always looking to see what brings us together than what pulls us apart. So I want to thank you, Councilwoman, for that great work. And then the Honorable Shine Barrow, Moses Shine Barrow, that is the epitome of what it is to bring people together and to really be the light. He talked about shine, to truly be the light. There are probably more young people in the streets today that relate to his story than any other person in all of Brooklyn. And for him to show that through that hellfire that he spoke about, was able to come out to where he is now, representing a country in Belize, and had been born in that country, and had been raised in Brooklyn, really speaks to the potential and the opportunities that we as a people have to be great, to be lights for these young people. And because of that, later on this year, we will be doing a youth conference of sorts, honoring Moses Shine Barrow. And in that, we'll be looking to mentor and do a leadership conference with up to 50 young men in the neighborhood that he grew up in. We'll be giving them free suits, every single one of them, and we'll be honoring that day specifically for the Honorable Moses Shine Barrow. We got some work to do for that to happen, and I want to make sure I follow through on it. But I want to thank you all also just on Black History Month, the last day of Black History Month. I always say it's okay, because Black history should be celebrated every single day. And that the last day just gives everyone else an opportunity to recognize the great contributions of the Black people here, not only in America, New York City, but of course the great borough of Brooklyn. But every other day we'll be showing the power that we are, the light that we are, and the promise that we are. So thank you so much. And again, like Biggie said, don't forget to spread love. Thank you so much.
We're gathered at a critical time. It's a celebration, but also some recognition of some facts that some folks tend to forget. It is critically important as the borough president mentioned, others mentioned, that we do pay tribute, not just during a day, not just during the month, but every day. There is no United States of America without the sacrifice contributions of Black African Americans here in this country. It's very important for folks to remember and to know that the first person to shed blood, the first person whose life was taken for a nation that was not yet born, and for a nation that did not see him as an equal, was a courageous soul by the name of Crispus Attucks, who was a man of African descent, former slave, an indigenous person, who stood up courageously to a British army in Boston in March 1770 and stood for what he believed was right, and his life was taken. So the first person to shed blood for the United States of America was an extraordinary Black American, white American, Crispus Attucks. Interestingly, the connection, the bridge between our wonderful communities, and I see many wonderful communities here. Yes, our wonderful Black brothers and sisters. I see folks from the wonderful islands. I see folks here from our Christian faith, from our Muslim faith, and beyond. But let me tell you about also in our sister borough, Manhattan, where I recently visited a historic congregation called Congregation Shereth Israel, which is, interestingly enough, was the first Jewish congregation in the entire North America that was developed in 1654 by Sephardic Portuguese Jews who escaped religious persecution, and they formed a congregation, and they actually contributed money to Washington's army to fight the British Empire.
If you want to build the leaders of tomorrow to represent what you are today, that's where you got to start. So really, for every one of you here today who's here to learn and be around and see what we're doing, thank you for being here. If you've encouraged somebody of the next generation to be here, thank you even more. Really, thank you. These programs that we talk about, these things that we do, all these programs that we do, each and every individual of our next generation that we inspire, that we build into doing this kind of work, is all the world to all of us. So first of all, like I said, when I say thank you to Councilmember Farrah Lewis, I'm not just saying it because she's an incredible council member. I'm saying it because I see it firsthand. And to Mark Traeger, and to Mark Appel, we are all here so proud to be in this room, to be in a room with somebody like Dr. Barrow, and to be here together on an inspirational Friday like this, during Black History, to make this just another step in our journey together. So all of you who helped build this event, to all of you who are here to participate at this time of the morning, on a Friday morning, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, and I look forward to our continued partnership.
Thank you so much for this, and good morning, everyone. Thank you for your remarkable and incredible contribution in our community as a council member. I especially came and stopped by for you, so I want to acknowledge your contribution, your leadership, especially for the women's rights. Thank you so much. It's my honor to stand here to acknowledge our American Black community contribution as we are celebrating the Black History Month. Thank you so much to all my Black sisters and brothers. Your strong voice, your resilience, your hard work to making this community safe, peaceful, and very proud. Thank you so much to all my councilors, Rita Joseph, Louis, our Brooklyn board president who was here before, under the leadership of second strong Mayor Eric Adam. So it's a proudable moment, like we have the same different faith, we have a different culture, different faiths, there are different languages, but we are living like sisters and brothers. So that's the things we are like we have to share with our kids, and that's the thing we have to make a strong building in between the different communities. Thank you so much, everyone, and really appreciate our Black American community. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. So good to see you all. So I am standing in the way of your exits. So it means that I won't be before you long. But it's such an honor to be here and to even just honor this amazing man. Thank you, Councilmember Farrell-Lewis, for putting this together, for all the leaders, for Mark, for opening these doors, and everyone that is here. I'm the pastor of Purpose Out Church, which is right across the street. We are also in Belize. I've been to Belize about 15 times in the last 10 years, so, and it is our responsibility to undergird and to encourage and to support leaders. Certainly it is with words of encouragement, but I believe that the greatest thing that we can do is pray for those that God has blessed. And so at this time, I'm going to ask you, as many as you can, if you would stand. We pray, Father God, that wherever he goes, he will go with wisdom, with strength, with integrity, and that he will be surrounded by those who actually mean him well. God, give him the strength to endure the wilderness. God, give him the courage to not remain in the cave. Father God, give him the ability to see beyond the mountains.